Yeah, Jessica, well, as you could imagine, the family is incredibly distraught right now. They told me that their 64-year-old loved one was one of the victims stabbed in front of the business behind me just yesterday. Since then, she went through one emergency surgery. She's expected to go through another surgery on Thursday. At last report, the family tells me that she is in stable condition and that it's a blessing that she's alive. But the family says that this blessing would not have been possible if a good Samaritan did not step in.
If it wasn't for these people there at that store intervening, my sister would be dead.
The search for the heroes has only just begun. Elaine Bradley says her 64-year-old sister, Karen Johns, was one of the 3 victims stabbed by a man in front of the Watts Market in southeast Bakersfield Monday.
This man walked up, hit her, and began to slash her. Stabbed her in the throat, stabbed her under her arm, slashed her face, stabbed her in the back of the head.
Seconds after Johns was attacked, surveillance footage shown to 23 ABC News captures the moment the suspect rushed towards another person, stabbing him multiple times. According to Bradley, witnesses intervened and tried to stop her sister from bleeding out before paramedics arrived.
We want to know the people that actually saved my sister's life. A young African-American man ran over, took his shirt off, wrapped it around my sister's arm and her neck and told her to apply pressure. He then stabbed this young man, taking him and his girlfriend's car.
According to Bakersfield Police Sergeant Robert Pear, the man fled the scene in the victim's vehicle before crashing into a car in central Bakersfield. Moments later, officers located the suspect near P Street and Brundage Lane.
He was contacted by officers and an officer-involved shooting ensued.
The suspect died as a result of his injuries. As for Bradley, she says her sister told her that she didn't know the suspect and that he didn't take her purse, any of her money, or personal belongings. Bradley concludes that this appears to be
a random act of violence that would have continued if it had not been for the BPD stopping him where he was.
And typically for a situation like this, the Bakersfield Police Department would immediately release the identity of the suspect once they find out who it is, once they are able to confirm it. But because this suspect was killed, that information, the suspect's identity, will have to come from the coroner's office. Once we get that, we'll have a better idea if he had any criminal history here in Kern County and what some of his motivations may have been to commit such a heinous act. For now, we're in southeast Bakersfield. Bayan Wang, 23 ABC, connecting you.